Kol Haloyimla, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rahakwadash, the elite Jews of Milwaukee want me dead. They're trying to enact Negroes to kill me so they can blame it on black on black crime. There's this particular car. I'm gonna put it in the thumbnail. It's a black Infiniti G35 with tint without a front license plate. Now, it appears that this car, but other cars are particularly following me around the city. But that one in particular has caught my attention because it pulled a really, really strange move the other day on Fond du Lac Avenue. The Jews of Milwaukee, let's talk about them. They own the Bucks. They own the hospitals. They own the construction companies like Klein Brothers, and they own the skating rinks like the Laufer family. These people that own these chain restaurants, that own these big name stores in the mall, Brookfield Properties, which is owned by BlackRock, which is the CEO of BlackRock is Larry Fink. I've put so much secretive information about the Da Vinci Code on the internet that they are starting to use quantum entanglement and what thus they call quantum supremacy to try to radio control a group of Negroes, enact a group of Negroes to try to take my life, as they've done many other Negroes in this city in ceremonies that they knew I would understand, disrespectful ceremonies that other Negroes are not apt to understanding what the concept is and how they pull off. It's called Jewish Kabbalah mysticism, how they get blacks to murder each other and blame it on black crime. Now, I'm going to show you why they're trying to enact a spiritual murder contract on my life. Let's see. Hold on. Let me clean my camera on. Camera's probably dirty. Okay, right here. What's going on? Let's see. Okay. See this right here? This is an understanding of sun gazing. Let me just give you a brief understanding. So, say you use one eye. This is the phi logo, which is the Greek letter. When you use one eye, that's a single. When you sun gaze with double vision, you have two phis, and it'll appear to look this way. When you get a little bit advanced, you'll be able to put the flux capacitor up, which is the Y. When you understand how to manipulate your eyes and formulate different shapes, you'll see the delta. Then you'll see the V. Then you'll learn how to lean your head back and do the X. See this one right here? This represents a field goal. This one right here. Now the sun, most people consider it to be yellow, but the sun is white and it has a white continuous buffering around the outside that continues to spin like this. This is ancient technology for the Negro to download information from the sun that causes Jewish people neurological problems, health problems, and psychotic issues, okay? This is the weapons of warfare spoken about in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4 in the Holy Scriptures. Let me get that for you. Let me see if I can find that for you real quick. Sorry. Okay. 2 Corinthians chapter, please bear with my camera. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh, that's God's real name in the ancient Hebrew, to the pulling down of strongholds. What is a stronghold? A stronghold is the grip that they have on the Negro race with carnal weaponry. Let me show you what carnal weaponry is. Here's carnal weaponry. So when we don't understand that we have weapons inside of our eyes that can be activated by sun gazing, that defeats our enemies, which is the so-called Edomite race, known as the white race, the Japanese race, the Chinese race, the Arab race, and the Hamite African race, through this phenomenon spoken about in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. They get us to trade those weapons in to fight against them for weapons that are carnal, because our weapons of warfare aren't carnal. Theirs are. This is what, see, this is a weapon of warfare. So you have these Glocks and these handguns and these switches and all of these things. These are carnal weapons. This is what we use through Jewish Kabbalah mysticism to take each other's lives, but having not ever understood sun gazing as a weapon to the true enemy. Because of my understanding of this phenomenon and my activity as an activist at this phenomenon, the Jewish Kabbalah elite of Milwaukee have enacted a ceremonial psychological operation on Negroes who fall short of the knowledge of the Lord. Okay? That don't understand the way that their brains work. So they will enact a spirit. That spirit will be falsified, and then they'll put the spirit in play and kill you, and then they'll run the news story as if it was just black on black crime. There is a black G35 Infinity that keep popping up. It's not the only car that I've found acting strangely and following me. Lord, all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, that I was able to come out of these situations unscathed, just shaken up and very afraid. They've tried to send people to me to start situations with me to get me to overreact and put me in a situation where they could take my life and blame it on black crime, because the individuals that they're using are unaware of the tactics that are possible through WHOFI. Look up WHOFI. WHOFI. It's a way that they can control and monitor people with the Wi-Fi signal without having any other connection to you. Not a chip, not a phone, not a device, nothing. Just your body and your body's frequency and a Wi-Fi signal. Okay? So I'm going to put that car in the description box, because nobody's going to understand what I'm talking about in this video other than the Jewish elite that are controlling the chessboard, because you know our people don't understand who they are. We the Israelites spoken about in the Bible, okay? So I'm going to show you, I want to show you what's on my table. This is what's on my table. See the two apocryphers? That's the Tupacs. See the Jewish scriptures? See the Louvre, right? The Louvre in Paris, the enthusiast, the garment, because we're Hebrew Israelites, we believe in the scriptures. Sorry. Righteousness is gangster. There's old Willie G, the Harley Davidson. All of these things on this table are, I have broken them down into Jewish Kabbalah, and that's why they are trying to enact Negroes to take my life. I'm guilty of absolutely nothing when it comes to disrespect or wronging anybody in my own community. I haven't wronged or disrespected anyone, taken anything, committed any crime or injustice toward my people, but yet and still I keep developing these enemies for no reason. But that's because of Jewish Kabbalah. Brethren, wake up. The hunt is on, and we're to pray. Call Halayimla, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rahahakwadash. So if something happens to me, do not believe the narrative, okay? They're going to blame it on black crime. I have an acquaintance that is 100 millionaire in this city. His name is James Alavisos. When I started talking about sun gazing and the effects of sun gazing on the biblical Edomites known as Esau, he told me I better shut up because they will kill me and blame it on black crime. So that black G30, that black Infinity G35, if y'all is spying on this page, if y'all are doing any of that, just understand it's not your own thought process. It is the Jewish Kabbalah elite mind controlling you. I know it seems impossible, but I've been trapped inside a Pandora's box for the last 5 years, and I've watched them do some dastardly homicides to Negroes in this city and run it on the news, and it's so disrespectful. And I'm looking at my people like, wow, we destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We have ears, but we can't hear, and we have eyes, but we can't see. They tell you exactly what they did to these individuals that they committing homicides on in the city, right on the news, but we don't understand the language. Call Halayimla, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rahahakwadash.